These are the most influential models ever that broke through stereotypes and conquered the fashion world. Who are these icons that elevated the fashion world to its current status? From challenging racism and gender norms to advocating for inclusivity, these top models showcased their essence in the industry. Without their strength and determination, the world of fashion would be very different now. Can you guess who broke the mold? They told her she was too short compared to other top models of the time, but being only 5'7" didn't stop her from ruling the runway at the height of her fame during the 90s. The model, the muse, the mogul, the Kate Moss. With her stunning face and distinctive look, she became a household name almost overnight, thanks to collaborations with legendary brands like Calvin Klein. Remember those ads with Mark Wahlberg, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Tommy Hilfiger. And when Kate wasn't killing the catwalk, she could be seen in every prestigious magazine around the world, accumulating an impressive 40 appearances on the cover of British Vogue alone. Cementing her iconic status was the launching of her own modeling agency in 2016. And that is how Miss Moss broke the mold, monsters. Our next model on the list ended up a movie star, but not before rattling the modeling industry with her bushy brows and androgynous look. Can you guess the next model to break the mold? That would be Cara Delevingne, a top model who challenged the conventional standards dominating the fashion industry when she started. She became an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and mental health issues, and put her money where her mouth is too, donating money to a number of charities. With her role in shattering stigmas as well as glass ceilings, Cara has gone against the grain on purpose, by design, and struts as the ultimate definition of a catwalk chameleon. The next model on our list got her start on a reality show, then got real with the world, and at no time along the way did she fumble the ball. Who's up next? That would be top model and game changer Winnie Harlow. While others may have faltered under the pressure, Winnie rose to the top echelon of the modeling industry and brought attention to vitiligo in the process. Before Winnie entered the stratosphere, the chronic skin condition that causes depigmentation was rarely seen or discussed in the media, despite affecting millions of people around the world. In 2011, Harlow released Vitiligo, a skin condition, not a life changer, on YouTube, and immediately connected with people all over the world with the condition and their allies.
People always try to put that pressure of being the superhero for kids with skin conditions or whatever the case may be, but that is, I don't think that's my job just because I have a skin condition.
The bullying she faced as a child was relayed to a broader audience, and her success on America's Next Top Model resulted in her appearance in a slew of ad campaigns and music videos, including Beyoncé's visual album Lemonade. More than a decade later, Winnie continues on her singular path, serving as an inspiration to others and proving that speaking your truth is the only way to live. Dark skin, dark hair. This next model never let the status quo break her stride. Who is the next model to defy the masses? Alec Whack. She refused to allow the norms to define her. With her impossible bone structure, close-cropped hair, and multicultural background, the British Sudanese Whack not only defied traditional standards of beauty in the fashion world, but she did so in the most defiant of ways. Her runway work was just as much about substance as style, and her ability to use her platform to spark change within the industry at large and in the political realm is undeniable. Alek spoke directly to the racism in the fashion industry, and she has never wavered in her commitment to promoting diversity in front of and behind the stage. This is why Alec Whack is and will always be considered one of the models that broke the mold. The next model on the list has been a force for all genders on the runway, and has a story that is rare as well as revolutionary. Andrea Page made the decision to live out loud on the runway as one of the most prominent transgender models in history. Her breakthrough came as she fearlessly modeled both men's and women's clothing in high-profile fashion shows, challenging the conventional norms of the industry with her unique and versatile look. In 2013, Andrea initially came out as transgender, revolutionizing the evolving attitudes towards gender diversity. Her decision to undergo gender confirmation surgery was a monumental moment in the fashion industry, with Page eventually collaborating with international designers and photographers as she graced the covers of several magazines and ad campaigns. Beyond the runway, Andrea Page became an advocate for transgender rights and one of the most vocal people in the industry regarding LGBTQ+ issues. Her versatility and ability to transition without fear shattered every expectation in the mainstream modeling world and serves as one blueprint for others to follow in the future of the industry. The next model on the list needs no introduction. Simply call her the Queen. When the final runway has been walked, one name that will stand above them all is the catwalk queen, Naomi Campbell. Beyond the runway, Naomi Campbell has been a vocal support of inclusion, speaking out against racism, discrimination, while advocating for more diversity in fashion on the runway and behind the stage. Every model of color owes their larger checks and larger platforms to the work Campbell took on nearly 40 years ago. By sheer determination and force of will, Naomi has fought for models of every shape, size, and color, and is the gold standard in the industry for getting shit done. Her commitment to these principles is unparalleled, and she stands as a trailblazer with no equal in the history of the industry. And now we got back to the Mod Squad, Peace and Love era, and the unique stylings of the next model on our list. Who first crawled so that models like Kate Moss could fly? The sensation of the 60s, Twiggy. With her long lashes, wide eyes, short haircut, and waifish figure, the elite model created a firestorm upon her arrival to the fashion industry at the time, and instantly shifted the traditional standards of beauty of the era. Her androgynous look and small frame set her apart from most models of the day, and she became a symbol of evolving fashion trends of the youthquake movement, permeating through the world. Twiggy's influence went far beyond the fashion world, and in a few years, she was recognized as a cultural icon and a representative of the dynamic youth culture of the time. Our next model is buxom, brave, bold, and beautiful, and the very personification of the modern era's redefinition of sexy. Ashley Graham is currently Maxim's sexiest woman alive, thank you very much. She has made her mark in the industry and given plus-sized women everywhere reason to shout and stand proud and love their curves. The statuesque Graham has created a groundswell of support for women over a size 6, gracing the covers of magazines like Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and Elle, and presenting some serious curves as the cover girl for the annual Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Her body and voice continue to defy the norms, and she is a standout figure and leader of the body positivity movement. The last model on our list stands alone for her achievements, and it will take a model of impeccable form and stature to ever surpass what she has done. Who is the next model on our list that has worked for a model for more than 50 years? Who is the octogenarian still serving face and body in the industry today? No list of this nature is complete without the supreme Carmen Dell'Orefice gracing it. As one of the first top models in the history of the industry, Carmen's face, body, and career are the stuff of legend, with her currently standing as the most famous octogenarian in the modeling industry. And counting. When most have hung up their heels and retired, Dell'Orefice has carried on, and along the way breaking every preconceived notion about beauty, age, and gender. Her career began at 15 when she graced the cover of Vogue, even becoming the muse of the acclaimed artist Salvador Dali along the way. Decade after decade, and now generation after generation, Carmen's work as an advocate for change in the industry must be noted. At the end of the day, the receipts are there and the truth is obvious. Carmen cannot be ignored even 50 years later. And there you have it, monsters. These models went against the conventional and staked their own claims to improve the industry. We loved honoring these beautiful women, and we are sure that there are more coming in the future that will change the status quo. Which models do you think are game changers? Who are your role models of the runway? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest news from Fashion Monstery. Until next time.